In the Gospel of Luke, we find the story of the Good Samaritan. And at the end of the story, and if you don't know the story, I want to encourage you to go find it. But the story essentially is that a Samaritan man is wandering down the road when he finds a man who'd been beaten, an Israelite, a Jewish man, been beaten, going against everything that their relationship would inform him to do. He helps him, he cares for him when no one else would. And Jesus asks at the end of the story, he asks the legal expert who's there, who was the neighbor? Who in this story was the neighbor? The legal expert, and this is coming from Luke chapter 10, verse 37. Then the legal expert said, the one who demonstrated mercy toward him. Jesus told him, go and do likewise. You see, the story is told as a response to the question of, who is my neighbor? So Jesus tells the story of the Samaritan and the Jewish man who'd been harmed, and then asks the question, who is the neighbor? Right? Not who is your neighbor, but who in this story is the neighbor? And he says, the man who showed mercy. The one who showed mercy. Couldn't even bring himself to say the Samaritan. This is the troubled relationship between Samaritans and Jews. Couldn't even say Samaritan. He says the one who showed mercy. And Jesus' response then is, go and do likewise. Go and be a neighbor. Go and be a neighbor to someone else. I think it's interesting, and this isn't my main point, but I think it's interesting that Jesus' invitation is for him to go and to be a neighbor, to show mercy, to love someone else, even when that person isn't expecting it. Sometimes we get to be neighbors to people who wouldn't consider us neighbors. We get to love those who wouldn't love us. It's a remarkable invitation. But I wanted to think about this in connection with the devotional that I shared with you a couple of days ago. John Wesley had what he called the general rules, and summed up, they were do no harm, do good, and stay in love with God. And so often as we read the Gospels, we find ourselves at odds with the legal experts, the Pharisees, and in a couple cases, the Sadducees, those who would challenge Jesus, question Jesus, seek to entrap Jesus, right? And here we have the legal expert asking Jesus, who is my neighbor? And maybe there's part of us that wants to stand up to the legal expert and go, you know the answer to that. You're just trying to catch him. Sometimes we find ourselves maybe a little angry at them as the antagonists in the story. But here's what I think is neat about Jesus' response. He says, essentially, you're able to identify mercy, which means you are capable. You are able to identify compassion, which means you are capable of it. Go and do likewise. Are we able to identify what compassion and mercy look like? If so, we are capable. We are capable of it. We are capable of responding with compassion and mercy. We are capable of showing it. Are we able to identify when someone is being harmed? If so, then we need to do good in this world. Because it's not just enough to do no harm. It is now an imperative that we do good, that we be a neighbor. Now nor ever is it the right time to be silent. Now nor ever is it the right time to do nothing. Now nor ever is it the right time to fail to be a neighbor, to show mercy, to show love, to show compassion. Do we respond in anger and harm? No. Do no harm. So what instead? We do good. We love God. And we love our neighbor. Amen.